Brigantine Florette, one of the last wooden tall ships still sailing actively in the world. This little film is about the model building of the Florette by a good friend of mine called Ivano Bertini. He spent 1 year building the model, which is over 1.50 m big. He started from scratch by building the frames, putting them all together, and start building the hull with the frames like you would do on a proper ship. The lines were taken from the drawings of Florette. Here you can see the frames and how big the model is. After the frames were all put in place and the boat has got its shape, the boat is then planked. That's all been done with marine plywood. Each plank was put on one by one. A bridge was built, mast was stepped. Here you can see the proud shipbuilder Ivano bending the planks for the model, 5 mm thick, and start putting them in place. Florette originally was built in oak on oak and on topsides pine. After the restorations we've done over the last years, she is now underwater oak on ironwood, and the topsides are made in mahogany. The hardest of the planking is of course the stern, like on the model also. Ivano here uses a heat gun. We used to bend the planks over open fire for many hours. Frames put in shape, and that's it. All planking done, and then in his case he has gave them all an epoxy coat so the model can be used to sail and is watertight. A full deck was also laid, and the cargo hatch and the bridge hatch was opened. After the hull was completed, the hard work starts, the fine work of building decks houses, booms, hatches, hatchways. Everything was built from scratch. Every hinge he turned on his own machine. These are belaying pins where you tie up the sails, cleats, cut heads. Here the first time the model sees the light, and she's already painted in the colors she's carrying today. Also the booms and masts are all made out of wood. Galley decks house, bridge decks house, the gaff. Here the bow of the Florette. Nice counter stern, Voyager stern. The cut heads. To be more authentic, Ivano used bottle screws. We have bottle screws today, I wanted to say, and Ivano used still the oldest system. Here he's mounting the top gallant yard. I said every piece was machined from scratch. Every block, everything you see has been done from scratch. Here you just see some dead eyes, the mast rings, which carry the yards, that's for the main course. Mounting the chain plates. And start with the standing rigging. First block and tackles are fixed. The lifts for the yards. Top gallant is mounted. There are a lot of blocks on Florette, so you can see all the handmade blocks he made. Of course, they're all operational, because the model is, you can sail it, it's meant to sail for open water even, so everything has been built like a real little ship. Also the sails, all of that, he made them all himself. He is rigging the yards. Topmast shrouds. Here now I'm gonna show you the turning machine where you used to make all the brass work and pieces. There you go. He is just making a belaying pin. Just about 80 belaying pins to be made like that. So rigging is almost completed. Running rigging. Proud. Ivan looks at his work. Now already many months have passed. Some detail work, like life ring, stern name. And here are all the sails. Full sails of the ship, including the lee sails. This was the delivery in June 2014, and we prepared the boat right away to give it a sea trial. Received the model, and Ivano was very proud of his work, and I was very, very happy to receive such a nice model. He's put his heart and a lot of work into it. Once he was on Florette, that's the first time he also saw Florette in real. He climbed the mast to make the inspections of the rigging to see if done all right. Really enjoyed it. We had a good evening together with a pizza, and unfortunate there was a little wind, so the sailing is very light. Here you see the model, first time on the water, and in the background with Florette, the little sister. Even a light wind, she performs quite nicely, like the big ship. Her maneuvers and handling are good. And in this way I just want to say a big thank you to Ivano for building such a nice masterpiece. Yeah. Well, when you want to know more about the history about the ship, it's www.svflorette.com. Yeah, here you see the last Sturgeon built Brigantine in the Mediterranean, still sailing actively, and here's a model. And yeah, some more posts of the model will come. It's just a little taste, and first I'd like to say a big thank you to Ivano for producing this model for me. As the model was designed also to go on the high sea, and the place inside the hold takes place with the motors for the controls and the battery, we decided to put a keel underneath the ship, which you will see now. And the keel can be changed for light wind conditions with a lighter keel, and a heavyweight condition to, here you can see the keel, this one is about 9 kilos when the wind gets stronger. Thank you very much and enjoy the film. And ever you wish to make a model, you can just recommend Ivano Bettini from Rimini. Here, sailing next to Florette. That's it. Finished of the sail. Thank you very much. Bye bye.